Hey, what's up? Bama whipped Ohio State thoroughly. And a big part of it, 3 touchdown catches from DeVonta Smith. But those 3 touchdown catches were not the only way he affected the game, and you could maybe argue not the biggest way he affected the game. Here's a key stat. Alabama had 10 pass plays, completions, that went for 15 yards or more, big plays in the game. Of those 10, 8 of them were in the first half. And of those 8, DeVonta Smith had 5 of them. His 5 catches in the first half that went for 15 yards or more, a 22-yarder, a screen pass that he pretty much did with his legs. Later, a 32-yard completion, explosive play that we'll show you and walk through. A 16-yard pedestrian play, 1 yard past that threshold of 15 to make it a big play. And then later in the first half, a huge 44-yard go route up the sideline, and then later the touchdown, the 42-yarder. And so again, it's just incredible to me that 8 of the 10 explosive pass plays in the game for Alabama, 8 of the 10 came in the first half, and of those 8 in the first half, 5 of them go to DeVonta Smith. It's like Saban said, can you imagine what he would have done if he'd been able to play the whole game? Let's go to the tape. Let's watch the play here first. Motion man. They adjust the defense, 7 or 8 in the box, throw that screen, get 2 blocks out in front. He hits the sideline, turns it into a 22-yard play. Okay, here's Smith lined up in that bunch formation on this first one that goes for 22. They motion across to form a 3-man receiver set right here in a bunch look with the ball on that right hash. And so look at how they adjust. Corner slides in. You've got a defender, a linebacker who slides down. By doing that, Alabama's looking at this against their tight end set. It puts at least 7 defenders in the box and potentially an 8th. So that right there is a pass look against that formation. I believe this could potentially be a read for the quarterback. Right here you see we're pulling out of here, making it look like we're running outside power and a give across the face of the quarterback. If it is a read, maybe he has that option. It could be play action called all the way. But by doing so, he's choosing to go, you've got 3 receivers, obviously, 2 blockers and 1 to catch the football, and then 3 defenders. So it's 3 on 3. If you back it up here, this screen pass, by design, again, the motion man comes across, becomes a blocker in front, and we're throwing it to the 3rd man, who actually, Smith, he winds up being the outside receiver here the whole way. Watch the completion. It's a screen behind the line of scrimmage when you've got 1 block happening already. If we go back and look at the blocks, the up receiver takes the first defender up, at first level. It's the next guy's responsibility to get to the outside and either pin it to get him to the sideline or at least contact him. And what you want is this right here. You want that farthest defender in the 3-on-3 to be responsible for having to run him down to the sideline, depending on him. So there it is. 2 blocks that happened, an inside angle by the unblocked defender, and now you've got what you want, and that is speed to the outside that nobody's going to catch. He gets there, turns it into a big 22-yard play. All right, so this deep corner route goes for 32. We're going to watch it first and see how they hit him. It's 4 receivers, but they go actually 8-man protection, 2 guys out in the route. He's wide open down the field, and they hit him. How does it happen? It's really interesting how it happens to me because, again, you've only got 2 receivers going out. They are in a 4-down, 3 linebacker look. It may be nickel depending on personnel, but again, it's typical. And they're trying to show him 2 safeties in the middle of the field at the beginning of this play. But you'll notice when they snap it, if you watch, this safety flies out of there to become the center fielder. They're rotating. So look at the safeties. So that's one thing that's happening. We'll come back and take a look at the coverage. The play action here for Alabama is they're showing block back on this counter, not a counter play, but really just on a zone play where tight ends getting help coming from the backside. It's a run look the whole way. But because of the 2 tight ends, you get 5, 6, 7, and the back can help. And so it really could be 8-man protection with just 2 out in the route. So it's all blocked up. Right here, linebacker respecting the ability of the quarterback to roll out and come this way, which is probably what he's thinking with his back turn. But the route put Smith vertical up and to that sideline, deep corner. And from the other side, we're kind of going levels here, bringing the other receiver across and getting into this more underneath possibility here. So whoever's responsible for that deep third of the field, they are high-lowing him. Going to put one back here, going to put one in here, and you can't cover both being the thought. When they rotate this and the safety flies out to the middle of the field, it kind of opens up this release. You see what's happening? The corner is not running with him man-to-man. It's a zone coverage. He turns him loose knowing my safety's over the top. Well, safety's trying to get back to the middle of the field and not give up a touchdown. Also, as he pulls up to play that zone on that side of the field, you see him turn and look, and now he sees receiver crossing the field coming my way. So this is pretty much the read. Safety deep, corner stays underneath, and the best player in the country, you just turn him loose in this void out here. And it's a matter of, are they on the same page? And they are. Watch the release of the quarterback right now, the timing. Pumps it out there as a break to the outside is just beginning to happen. But this is a huge hole in the defense. Quarterback and receiver both read it, and you get a big play, 32-yarder. And here's that little 16-yard back shoulder. He's matched up one-on-one into the boundary, meaning ball on the right hash, and so he's on the short side of the field. We'll watch it first. They go motion, tighten the defense, safety stays in the middle. It's one-on-one, hit him back shoulder. If you go back and look at kind of what's happening here, it's interesting to look at the philosophy. Alabama has 21 personnel, 2 tight ends, and a single back there. So the defense is a 4 down, 3 linebackers, safety walked up. So they've got 8 men in the box on 1st and 10 to defend run. And the decision here is we're going to match up and go man-to-man out here. We're going to match up here, but have give him the inside, have outside leverage, and play center field to try to keep from giving up a home run. As soon as he sees one-on-one right here, he pretty much knows this is what I'm taking. And it's a matter of which is it? Is it deep or is it back shoulder? Play action. You saw there too, this is a key. I mean, you don't throw 41 touchdowns in a year and 4 picks if you don't know what you're doing. Got his eyes on the safety. He's looking right here on the safety. Hold him right there on that hash because he knows I'm either throwing deep to Smith or back shoulder to Smith depending on the coverage. So the coverage is a key. It's really tight man-to-man coverage. This is a great job off the line by the corner, 24. See him right here, doesn't hold him, turn, run. I'm running with him step for step. Now, right now, if you're a corner, he's thinking, I just can't give up a home run. I got to run. I got to give it everything I've got to not give up a home run up the sideline. And that's where the back shoulder comes in. So you look at the timing, watch the quarterback release it right now. So the ball's coming out when he is literally 5 yards to 6 yards into his route on what looks like could be a deep ball, and the corner's thinking it's down the field. He releases when he's at 6. The ball is thrown to 15, so we snap it here. He's at 15 and on the back shoulder, and the corner can't stop. Receiver can because he's got his eyes on a football. So the next thing we see from him on the explosive plays, this 44-yarder late in the first half, and almost the exact same look, one-on-one. Ball's in the middle of the field, but he's one-on-one against the same player. Same defensive look. He's matched up, and this time he just beats him off the line, runs right by him. So it's like pick your poison. If you run with him here, like you saw in the previous play, you go back shoulder because, again, it's just strictly a one-on-one route up there to Smith with a safety in the middle of the field to protect from, hopefully giving up the home run. Alabama, they've got single tight end on the far side, but that slot receiver out here, that's the only difference in the formation. It's 11 personnel versus 21 on the previous play. But still, same defensive look. 4 down, 3 linebackers, or 2 with a nickel in there. So it's a run look with, matching up with a guy playing center field. Same look. And this time, instead of corner winning and having to throw back shoulder, he gets beat off the line of scrimmage. We'll watch the steps. First step, inside jab. Right there, gets the inside foot back by, getting that inside jab. And now he's to the outside, free release. Corner kind of gets off balance just a little bit trying to turn. And when he does, that's all it takes. And just like on the previous play, we look at the timing from where they're snapping the ball. Watch when the quarterback releases the football. Watch when Mac Jones releases it. All right, now, ball's out. So previously, when he was 5 to 6 yards into his route, he released at 15 right here downfield for the back shoulder. That'd be this spot right in here. Now he's releasing at maybe 6 to 7 into his route, and he's putting the ball way down here at 25 to 30. It's a perfect throw to the outside and a great route, and you just pick your poison. He can beat you in any way. All right, and lastly, here's the big play, the 42-yard touchdown with 1:55 left in the half, and it's basically a vertical that takes him away from the safety kind of across the field there. You're going to see that. Watch the play first. Little play action. They're dropping in zone cover 3. He runs over, crosses the hash. You get him for a touchdown. So how does this happen, right? Like, how did they get him open in this situation? Well, one thing we're seeing from Ohio State is they're playing pretty much the whole half with one safety or disguising it and rotating to one safety. That's what they're doing. And we've seen some man-to-man on the outside, but in this case, they go zone. And they've got Smith lined up in the slot. Maybe that dictates whether they're man or zone. Regardless, for them, against a 3-by-1 look here with the one end of the boundary, it's 4 down linemen, 2 in the box, a third removed over that third receiver. So it gives a quarterback a look of this could be man-free coverage, or it could be zone, depending on how the corners drop. The fact that there's this much cushion at the line of scrimmage with already positioned corners have their butts turned to the sideline tells me already, pre-snap, tells him it's probably his zone. And the route, you're getting vertical right here, and I think he's reading off that safety. He stays in the middle. I'm going to work to the other side of the field. And the other two are also vertical looking. This is going to be run him off and get to the inside, threaten the safety, and then Waddle's going to follow him, and he'll run the wheel route vertical off that. So what you get is a route that kind of looks like this on this side, with Smith also vertical off the line, but getting in front of that safety over here on the backside. So they're trying to threaten that safety with 2 deep in the middle of the field. Here's what I'll kind of show you what we mean. So off the line, you saw right there, he doesn't turn his head and start looking. He is reading that safety. As soon as he sees him kind of tiptoe back into the middle of the field, he knows I'm on this hash or beyond. That's where I'm trying to get, is in this deep third, some vicinity. The other thing is a quarterback's reading that safety also, dropping in the middle of the field, because he knows I have in break coming that'll threaten him underneath, and I've got, wheel route, go route on the outside. So where is he going to play? He can't be right. As soon as this corner turns his hips and looks this way, quarterback is letting the ball go now to this area deep to DeVonta Smith, knowing he's going to get back here as soon as I'm throwing it away from the safety. And when we watched it on television, everybody said, how did he get matched up on a linebacker? Well, that's how. It's a zone coverage where the linebacker is not covering anybody underneath. He's just trying to turn and run with the nearest guy. He can't run with him. It's not man-to-man. He's just playing catch-up. The safety really plays this poorly right here with an injured Waddle on the field. What you would prefer is him stay here and take away the DeVonta Smith vertical and force the ball to one of these other guys. And they did that some of the game. But you saw that. 2 steps and a move this way. Ball is already gone here. Let's look when he lets it go just to see timing. All right, so quarterback's on the 50. Ball's out right now. He's on the 50, letting it go. What's the spot that he throws it to? Let's see here. So he throws it to the 12. So ball's coming out right now with receiver in the middle of the field at the 28. Ball is thrown here to the 12, and that's the timing on the route. Hits him perfectly, beat the defense. Another big play, the 5th in the half for DeVonta Smith. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Drop me a note in the comments if you think I'm off or I missed something. I'm curious to see what you might have seen in those highlights from DeVonta Smith. 5 explosive pass plays to him of the 8 15+ that they completed in the first half. If you like this video, would you please consider subscribing? I really appreciate that. And hit that thumbs up for me too. That helps a lot. Can't say thanks enough. If you have any questions or comments or even future ideas for other things we ought to take a look at, y'all hit me up on social media. I'm Radio Wyatt pretty much everywhere you look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.